Thursday. Well, seconds to get some things out of the way. Okay. Yep. Thank you for the sound check. All right. So price is interesting, to say the least. Fix is going back over 20 again. But price is now has fallen down into the weekly distribution, the top distribution of May 5th to the 9th. We're right in the middle of it at the moment, between roughly, I got 202.50 down to 201.69. So we're kind of in the middle of it right now, 202, 202.10. Yesterday made an interesting profile. Two distributions extremely far apart with inventory right in the middle of it. So there was also interesting confluence as well. So the monthly of April, the extreme high was 203.33 roughly. And that is a confluence to last profile's distribution, the bottom of that, which is roughly 203.30, 203.32. We're far from that, but that would have been a nice confluence down. I expect us to potentially pop higher because of the slightly good news on the jobless claims. Still below zero, but we had 2,000 less claims than last report, and overall consensus was lower at 227,000 versus 229,000, and the consensus was 230. So a slightly better report, which is odd because the market fell from that report. No, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. It actually bounced up from that report. But 8 o'clock data, excuse me, 8 o'clock data, we had extremely far drop. And so that's telling as well. With the inbounds right at 203, 80, 82 roughly. You know, with 24 seconds into cash, I would love for us to pop just a little higher to test that distribution of May 5th through the 9th. Get that out of the way with 9 seconds to cash and see where we go from there. All right. Couple cells coming in. Market's opening now. I have 202 puts in my active trader. Pretty expensive at excuse me, I'm yawning a lot. I apologize. $113. All right, so there's a nice pop. Kind of what we expected. Price is pretty high. 202. You can do 201s. I mean, well, you would pay a high premium. We're just in the 202s. So I'm doing 202 puts in my active trader. I haven't entered anything yet, but that is my active trader. Yep, and I said that in my notes, 202 in my active trader. Oh, that's a nice drop. 202 puts are going for $92. On the book, it's a nice drop. All right, I'm gonna enter here 202 puts, $93 per contract, just under the dollar range. And it just popped to 97. It was 93. They were, that was a good drop, too. Let's see if they continue that down. Now it just dropped to 87. 73 would be my out. Damn, that was a hell of a drop. And then buyers just came in. Okay, that maybe the seller's right there. Are they? Hmm. All right. Getting close to a stop. So is that 77? I could be getting stopped out here. 79. That's right at that monthly distribution. Okay, they failed it. Looks like they're dropping it. Okay, how they coming in now, potentially? Let's see. All right, back to 81. All right, looks like they're coming in now to it. Again, my entry was 93. Right now they're saying 81, so I'm definitely, maybe that was a bad fill for me. Okay, now back to 90, 92. Sell distribution, a sell imbalance just popped into. So it's looking good to 97. So I just need 103 to be 10. Okay, there the good sellers go. There we go. There we go. Oh, they took some stops out, didn't they? Come on. There we go. Okay, that's it. That should be 103 for me. Come on, sellers. Man, I need TOS to update too. That got to be 103. No buyers. Yep. All right, just got my first 10 cent. Moving my stop to 10 to 95. They took out stops. They took people out. Almost got me out too. Man, I think got down to 90 to 75, I think, the lowest. My stop was 73. Oh, there go the sellers. No buyers, and I am all the way out. 103 to 113. 93 to 103 to 113, and I'm done. And they're dropping. Look at that. They're out of here. No buyer, no significant buyers are in the market right now. They almost stopped my ass out too. And I think 93 was a bad fill probably for me. Now it's 129. Yeah, they were definitely looking hot. And we can see the stops. I see the stops, and I'm recording today, so you'll see it. But we see the stops pop in on the buy side stop, so that was a good thing. And then the iceberg just dropped as well as the next 5 minutes. So let me make sure I'm all the way up, mess around with TOS. Yeah, okay, I'm all the way done. There's no significant buyers in the market right now. I would take profit though, because they're struggling to drop it. I mean, we're at the bottom of that weekly TPO that I mentioned. What was that, May 5th? May 5th to May 9th. Yep. So basically, right from the top of that. So I guess you can say I was a little early on the trigger because they definitely almost got me as well. Uh, but that imbalance popped right back into it. And in the order book, there is some small icebergs in the order, but there's no significant buying or selling either that's going on. So I can't call what's going to happen right now. Let's see. Okay, now there's a significant seller. There's some sell stops too, but that's minor. I think that's take profit. It has to be. Okay, now this heavy selling just came in. Oh my God, look at all that selling. Wow. The bigger players are in there heavy right now, y'all. And again, I am recording this, so you will see all of that heavy selling on the books. Some buying, but it's going away. I think the buyers are starting to see the writing on the wall. What's the low? 201, 201.53. It's so much selling right now, and they're getting hit too. So these are limit orders that are getting filled. Yes, and they're continuing to sell. Selling balance just popped in too, y'all. What's happening there? Okay, another seller. Yeah, this would be if I was still in, I would probably be taking profit at the moment because now there was a heavy seller and then they just went away. A lot of selling, not just one. All right, let me switch over to you all. I think I got caught with a bad fill too. I mean, I was 2 cents away from being stopped out. I think it was 75. It may have been 77. So I was close. All right, let me move over. Let's see. Okay, stopped out, stopped on futures. Stop. Yeah. Yeah, I think bad fills all the way around, especially for me as well. You got 98, 77. Yeah, 102 was a lot. 107, yeah. Yeah, the fills were not great. 94 to 104, move stop lower to 75. I'm not sure if I understand. You entered at 94 and you took profit at 104, but you moved your stop to 75? I'm not sure why you would move it lower than where you make money. So 94 to 104 bad trader. So you got a good decent fill. I mean, you got a dollar more than me, and I feel like my work was bad. So fire to that. 91, actually a better fill than I did to 98. Fire, okay. I felt like my fill was horrible. Dollar fill, yeah, stop today. Still at 101, took profit at 106. That's smart. Even though it dropped. Again, there is, let me go back to the books. There's a lot of buying right now. Say it's just limit orders. So I'm saying that to say it's limit orders still have to get filled. Let's see, 82 to 93 to 116. Oh wow, you wrote it down to 116. Fire. And you got same field as me, 93. Fire. Okay. Entered at 80 and went and then out at 105. Fire. Nice. That's a way better feel. I'm not sure when you enter it, but that's a way better feel. You know what I mean? Like I said, I feel like my feel was bad. I almost paid for it. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Bad trader. It basically went about a cent, maybe 2 cent, maybe 3 cent above that weekly distribution I said, May 5th to the 9th. Yep, yep, exactly. Good eye. Good eye. Maybe I got in a little later because as soon as it hit it, it dropped it. I just wanted it to be sure before pulling that trigger. But yep, yep, good eye. Good eye. Yep, yep, yep. 202.50. Nice, Texas Yeti. Nice, 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 nice. Yes, I think the overall um area to play was that weekly, right? That May 5th to the 9th. And I think that was probably I want to say a no-brainer, but we all knew because of that decent jobless number that there was going to be some kind of pop, but it still was below zero, still trending down. It was all about execution at that point, but good stuff. 86 to 94. Nice. Fire, fire, fire. Uh, would have liked to hang around the 115, but happy to take profit. Yeah, take your profit. Money is money. I'm not sure what you mean by many days like that, but yeah, when you make profit, profit is great. So This definitely wasn't a good field day. I mean, at the beginning, we had to take a beat because I don't know if I mentioned it, but the options ladder was not adjusted. So had to take a beat anyway. This is where your trade distribution cones looked at daily, not weekly, monthly. Okay. Oh, you just broke it down. So yeah, but still a good catch, a bad trader. It's just you just broke it down to the daily, right? So yeah, instead of just, I mean, it was in that weekly distribution. You just broke it down further. So good stuff, man. That is awesome. I'm gonna give you a fire for that one. Awesome, awesome. You just basically pulled the curtains back some more. 80 to 90 to 114, man. Fire. Better, way better field than I got. By the time you got 90, I was still, that's $3 in the hole for me at that point. Okay. Got in late 105 to I'm sorry, 102 to 125. Fire. Yeah, that was definitely definitely late, but the sellers are in there, and I'm not looking at, actually, let me move it over to look at it. So there's virtually no buying, and every time I see a small little piece of buying, it deletes the order. So I think the writing is on the wall for now. And I don't know where the next support would be. I haven't looked that far down. Yep. And there's virtually at this point no selling, all buying. And then some market orders get hit too and then drop it. Like right now, it just got hit and dropped. So some limit orders and then some market orders on the sell side. So good stuff. Uh, yeah, yeah. I mean, that was a time. That was definitely a place to look to see if there would be rejection from it, a bad trader. So absolutely, it was early um on it. But again, the slightly good news on the job front, we didn't know how far it was going to run. So looking for that reaction down is what I always want to see. If we're selling, I want to see a reaction. If it's buying, I want to see that reaction to the upside. So really was just waiting for that reaction. But yeah, you're 100% right, man. 1000%. I'm a fire. Give you a fire for that one. 1000%. Oh, I got you. Okay. Yep, you managed it. $100 on futures fire. Yeah, you don't have to worry about that stuff that we do on options. MW, so good stuff. The sellers are still there. It looks like there's a lot of take profit too. But again, take profit can reverse. So enter 931.33 and interactive brokers did it again. Yeah, I mean, if you continuing to have issues with interactive brokers, I can't give you financial advice, but it seems like almost every time we're in this morning Discord that there's something going on with interactive brokers. I don't have any experience with them, so I can't really call it or understand it. But if you're having so many issues with them, I would remove my money. That's just me. VIX with the VIX 20. Okay, so see, that's following your rules, Texas Yeti. You have rules and you have them for a reason, and it works out for you. So he bummed you didn't break it. Hey, but if it resulted in money in cash, then be happy with it, man. Rules are rules, man. Discipline. That'll make you successful in this thing. Stick to it. So I'm gonna give you a fire for that one. Okay. You see, hi everyone. I was 93 to 119. So same price as me, and you got more than me, actually. You got more of a profit. So my first 10 was 103, and my second was 113. So you made more, well, more as far as like I don't know what your lot size is, but definitely more of a profit. So fire. Oh, you paper traded for the first time. Just be careful with paper trading. Just know that paper trading is not always the best with fills, but awesome. I'm glad you thank you for joining, and I'm happy that you are happy with it. So cool. Hopefully, yeah, oh, look at the sellers there. I'm not looking at the books, but look at that. I definitely focus on consistency over anything else. Win rates to me are not important because they can be manipulated. So consistency is the thing for me. I can only speak for me. I've won every day this week, and today is Thursday. Trying to cap it off tomorrow. It's about consistency for me, and the feels thing. I wish I can control it. I can't, and I know it frustrates a lot of people, but I have absolutely nothing to do with feels. Let's see, pre-market low 201. I didn't look that far. The bad trader pre-market low. Let me look. Oh, we start. Oh, I got what you're saying. Yep. I have pre-market low at 825, uh, $295. So 295 cents, I'm sorry. It was pre-market at 825. Uh, I'm just saying that. Am I saying buying one of the books? Let's go to it and see. Oh yeah. Ooh, it is. It's heavy. So they're taking profit. I mean, they're not dropping that distribution of the week, right? They played the top of it, the weekly distribution. And like I say, I know you went deeper to the daily, but yeah, I mean they dropped it and then they dropped the top of it, but they're holding the bottom of it. Why? I don't know. So yeah, you're right. There's a huge wall. The only thing is that's limit orders. You gotta be mindful of that. There's just resting orders sitting there. That doesn't mean the market's gonna flip because of it. Because they can come right down to it and then in a millisecond delete those orders. But yep, you're 100% right. There's a big wall. I mean, very wide wall is that at that. So yeah. Okay, BT out. Sorry, in at 93, same entry as me. Out at 106. Paper fire. Yeah, trying to figure out how fast your finger. It's definitely about execution too. Execution has to be in line with the with analyzing the market. To me, I can only tell you for me, it's just about the reaction, whether I'm buying or selling, and it has to be inside of distributions or inventory, which is single print. You have to find areas where participation was by the bigger players, not by the little guppies like us. Never play in between. It has to be a reason. Uh, my only other options are $9.90 trade plus a dollar contract. I'm not sure what that means. Is that the commissions part of it? So you're from Canada or you're in Canada? Okay. Is that the only broker that's available for you? Is Interactive Broker? Oh, there you go, a bad trader. Just like you said, they're building that bubble and not letting up. But what's crazy is they hitting those walls. And okay, never mind. I was gonna say they hit them and then they deleted them, and then they're adding them back. Again, that doesn't mean they're gonna get filled, but I think it's pretty safe to say that bottom step back in. Okay, it's the next cheapest. Yep, they're leaving. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Ooh. Yeah, I can only speak for me. If I continue to have bad issues after issues with the broker, it may be worth exploring others that's available to you. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, see, we got a great community here that'll help you all. That's awesome. Thank you for lending out your knowledge on brokers. Awesome stuff. Yeah, see, they're still holding that distribution of the week. I don't think there's no turning back now, bad trader. They keep building that wall and there's virtually no selling. Not from bigger players anyway. So again, taking profit can result in a reversal too. So yeah, yeah, exactly. There's another one too that I had my eye on. Let me see. Did I put that in the pre-market notes? It was last session's. Yep, it was last session's distribution. And I said there was a confluence there from the extreme high of last month to the bottom of the distribution from yesterday's session. So if it goes up as there and we see a reaction down to it, because that's where inventory is as well, or participation, I would keep my eye on that if I was still playing. Good eye, man. Good eye, good eye. Yeah, same here, Texas Yeti. That would have been a great one. But the weekly distributions are way more powerful than a daily. You can't knock the daily. But yeah, that would have been a right move. That would have felt really good too. Because two factors. One, that we had a decent report. So that would you would expect some buying from that decent report, especially on IWM. I can't speak for diamonds or spiders or Qs, but for IWM small cap, I mean, you would expect good news on the economic front to pop a little bit. Small cap pretty much hangs on economics. And I guess you could say we're kind of doing that. And then there's a rejection. So we're getting close to that extreme low of last session, which would be not in value, but close to that distribution. If you're still looking to play, I would keep my eye on that to see what happens. Oh, you had that there too. Yep, 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 yep. Good stuff from a back trader. Yeah, that was the one that would have made good sense as well. But that weekly distribution, I don't know if you can really dismiss it. And kind of seeing a reaction now, the sellers, I don't know what the books are showing, but it won't at the moment it's piercing, like taking out stops from that distribution, but it hasn't in the 5 minute rotation, it hasn't closed above it. I would need to see more first before I would even think about playing the drop here again. It played it once, so to play it twice I would be cautious of that one. Not to say that it wouldn't happen, but once it already fills those orders, it'd be kind of hard to want to do it again. But good eye, a bad trader for sure. Yep, and I felt the same way, Texas Yeti. Yep, 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 yep. Cool. Is there any other questions or comments or anything before I head out of here? Not the best fill for me, so I join you all with the fills, and I almost paid for it. The sellers bailed me out. Uh, when you said, as far as the distribution from last session, Texas Yeti was a little wider. I think I covered most of the TPO. Yeah, so I did. If you probably covered the volume TPO. So I decided to cover the volume and the TPO chart too, just to kind of get all of that range. But still in I mean, the same area, right? So I think it's only what, 30 cent away. So you're not far off from it. Okay. Yeah, yeah. So you just got basically you just got all the volume profile, that puck, or all of the volume. And then what I did is I just took that volume and then that TPO too with it. Just covered all of that whole area. The bottom one, a bad trader. So the bottom one I did roughly 204.08 to 203.31. And oh, the top one, 207.41 and down to 206.58. And I covered like I did the bottom. I did more of the TPO than the volume. The bottom, 204.08 or 4 roughly to 203.33 roughly. And again, I covered more of the TPO than I covered all of the TPO, which covered the volume as well. I just wanted to cover the entire area of movement. Even though volume represents participation, I just wanted the whole. So the yellow line is I'm trying to the in between the yellow line is your distribution. Okay, not bad. I mean, I don't think it's a bad cover. I mean, you pretty much cover the entire distribution and then some. I think you pretty much not too far from me. Yeah, I mean, I went a little bit above the close of yesterday. I mean, but you're in the same area, man. You're seeing it. I ain't mad at that at all. So you covered the entire. I would say though, when you do the distribution of the TPO, that dramatic drop, which is below the L and the M period, right, just slightly above the close, that's that dramatic drop. I would cut it off right there because at that point, there's no real movement on volume and TPO. There's no participation there. Same at the top, right? The right below the D, E, and H. I would cut it right there because that's a dramatic drop of participation. But overall, good stuff though. Just that, that small tweak. I think you'd be good. Yeah, yeah, you got it. I mean, I don't want to say you figuring out. I think you got it. It's just, it's just all about participation, right? So when that dramatic drop, they call it well, some people call it the edge of a ledge, right? It's like the ledge, then that dramatic drop is where participation stops. So you're looking for participation, and then you stop where that dramatic edge is, basically. It could be 2 or 3 TPOs, it could be 4 TPOs wide, but you're just looking for that dramatic drop of participation. But good stuff, though, man. Good stuff, everybody. Good stuff. Yeah, I don't know what's happening right now. If anybody's still looking at it, if you're still looking to participate, which I wouldn't be, not to say you don't have to or you can't, but they are not holding price above the weekly TPO of the ninth, the fifth to the ninth. I don't know if anybody's noticing that. Price is trying to pop past it, but it just will not close above it. Now, maybe this 5 minute rotation will, but it continue to drop below, price below it. That's something to look out for. I don't know what the books are showing. Uh, right now, the books are showing a wall of buying. So I don't know how to call that one at this point. I think at this point, I will wait to the next distribution, which is the lower part of yesterday's session. But I think it's still interesting the fact they won't close below or outside of the distribution. I think that's something that I would pay attention to. to see what happened from there. Yeah, yeah, you are very welcome, man. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Yep, yep. Yeah, I'm about to get out here as well. I will post this sometime today. I can't give promise a date. But hopefully you guys will see what I mean when I say distribution, buying and selling on the books. They're all limit orders. So you're waiting for those limit orders to get hit, turn into market orders to start that move down or up. And that is it. It's all about the reaction. It's finding those areas of participation from the bigger players. I don't care about the little ones like us, and then the reaction from it. Yep, a bad trader, you are very welcome. See some, well, okay, yeah, Rick, I see you typing. Yep, yep, yeah, you have a great day as well. Have a great rest of your Thursday. We'll be back at it to close out the week on Friday. I am on a nice little run, knocking on some wood, which is all around me. Keep that thing going. All right, have a great one, and I'll see y'all tomorrow morning. Bye.